What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Monday, October 30th, day number 90 inside the Big Brother house. Yeah, we are down to 10 days inside the Big Brother house. We've got a good bit to go over from what happened on the live feeds yesterday, but also what happened on the episode last night. It was kind of that second part to the double eviction episode. As I kind of always say, doubles are basically two-part episodes. You have the actual double eviction itself, as well as the episode that follows that kind of fills in the gaps. This one felt a little less exciting than most going into it because there just wasn't a lot of intrigue to kind of go over. But we did get a few really interesting little notes that we can kind of touch on. First off, we saw Felicia being the first one to tell Blue that she was not going to be the one to be staying that week. And she didn't even really say it. It was just more of like she gave her the look of like, yeah, and Blue's like, yeah, dang, right? Like, how long? Then we saw her go to Jag and kind of confront him literally right before the actual eviction. So it seems like it wasn't even Jag who went to her to say, hey, it's going to be you. It was her going to him saying, so how long has it been me? And then Matt ended up joining that conversation. And it didn't even seem like he knew what kind of conversation he was walking in on. But then it ended up with them kind of all crying and saying how, sad it was, and how she was like, yeah, I probably was gonna turn on you guys anyways, but I don't think she really was. I think she would have been more loyal to them. We then also see a really interesting little conversation with her and Cirie just before the eviction as well, where she reveals to Cirie, I knew about you and Jared. I figured it out. He didn't tell me. He kind of did, right? Like he told her without telling her. She's like, I just all the stories, I put it together and I didn't sell anybody. And it was an honor to play with you. Cirie pretty much thanks her and hugs her. And in the diary room says, thank you for keeping that secret till the end and not revealing it. So at this point, I don't think it really matters. And then like I said, there wasn't too much talking in between the competitions. Normally with the double evictions, you get that in between moments where like whoever wins HOH, they meet with a bunch of people and you get to hear like the interesting conversations. But most of it went exactly kind of how we expected it to go. There wasn't a lot of like, ooh, what happened in between. It was all pretty much straightforward. Bowie won HOH. She nominated America and Felicia. Matt wins veto, and they kind of, string it along a little bit of like, oh yeah, you're good, but it was always kind of the plan for it to go the way it does. And yeah, it just it wasn't that great of a double eviction, if we're being honest, right? If like we were gonna rank where doubles go as far as, best doubles of all time, this one is very mediocre, right? It didn't really have much shock and awe that go along with it. It wasn't very special. And it just kind of lacked, right? It didn't have that special fizz, right, that the double evictions normally give us. Now, we do see in the diary room Matt say now that he has won the veto during the double eviction. He kind of feels like he doesn't need to take a shot at Jag anymore. He did somewhat think, hey, going into this for my resume, if I don't have enough competition wins, I actually might have to take out Jag. But now that he has that veto under his belt as well, he actually feels like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I don't need to take that shot at Jag. I can go to the final two with him now and feel fine that I'm still going to beat him. And also, he's going to take me as well to the final two. So we were going into this thinking, hey, if he wins HOH, maybe he'll take that shot. But now, after this double eviction, things have kind of changed again. And it doesn't seem like Matt will be on board with that. And we did see him kind of promise Cirie that she'd be okay before the competition, but you can bounce checks in the Big Brother house. As far as the HOH competition goes, I still am liking a lot when they do the competitions out on like the kind of TV sets. I know it's like a special thing that we're only really getting because the strike's still going on, which by the way is still crazy that the actor strike is still going on. The writer strike is over, but the actor strike is still in full force. And it seemed like they were coming back to the negotiation table. Now they're uh, uh, falling even further behind on negotiations. So who knows how long this is actually still going to go. Kind of makes me think even more like we are almost guaranteed now to get a winter season of Big Brother, but we'll see how that all goes. But with that happening, it gives them the opportunity to use these empty TV sets, these movie sets, and it gives the competitions a little bit cooler of a look, better lighting. It just visually is more interesting when it's set up this way, and it takes what was really a basic competition setup. It was just kind of a wavy board that they were rolling things on that were knocking down targets, which is also a fun competition. It's kind of the knockout kind of style, but instead of questions, you're just rolling a ball, knocking out a target. I like this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. If you call your shot and you knock down somebody that you didn't call, it didn't count, so that little paddle would go back up. So it was kind of fun. And just slowly they started knocking down each of their pieces. At one point, it just seemed like, all right, yeah, the obvious thing is everybody just go for Jag. Get Jag out and you're good to go. Cirie, though, stops going for Jag. Here's the thing with Cirie. It's like even when she needs to win a competition the most, she can't help herself but not like instinctively throw it somehow. Like the play here was to get Jag out, period. You should not have gone for Felicia until Jag was out, period. But instead, she went for Felicia, and that kind of left Jag to stay in the competition longer. And it was just a whole mess. Matt ends up winning the HOH. We see the letter that he gets from Reilly along with the pic with her and her mom. I saw a lot of people talking about how like, oh, this affected the game and it was, production interference. First of all, the only reason that Matt was so loyal to Cirie for so long was because Reilly told him trust Cirie, right? Like that, if anything, seeing a letter from her should have been more ammunition for Matt to stay loyal to Cirie. So I saw a lot of people like talking about like, oh, this is messed up. It doesn't really matter that much. I don't think it really had an effect, if we're being honest. But yeah, Cirie does kind of call out the idea that it has to be now or never for Jag to go from the block if Matt's going to make a move. Like there is no later, like this is the time. But he has no plans to keep Cirie and Felicia off the block, despite him telling Cirie that he wouldn't put her on the block. He does nominate Cirie and Felicia. And we're going to see how things play out with Veto on Tuesday's episode. It's going to be on Halloween, so I expect that to be kind of fun. But we'll see how that all really goes. Now, as far as the feeds go, there's not a lot to report, if I'm being honest. Matt has kind of continued to tell Cirie that she's good despite her not being good. Along with Jag kind of being like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, we'll see, even though he knows 100% that he's not using it. So they're just kind of stringing everybody along. Felicia has had the chat, though, with Matt about Jag and Bowie and whether or not they would go against him in the final three. So that kind of seed has been planted by Felicia, but I don't really know if it's going to matter much with Matt anyway. And they do also kind of plan to string Felicia along as possible as well. Basically to keep her stressed out about the vote, right? They want her like kind of like worried, like, I don't know, like maybe it will be, 1-1. And if it's that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, what I'm going to do if I'm going to break a tie. And the idea is to keep Felicia like stressed out, not getting sleep. And then she's not good for the competition on Thursday. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little bit extra at this point. Like we all know what's going to happen at the veto ceremony today. Jag's not going to use the veto. The nomination is going to stay the same. And it's going to be Cirie, who's most likely going to be evicted on Thursday. Her fate has pretty much been sealed. I don't think there's any chance of a last minute Eric. Don't use the idol on yourself and give it to me instead. Jag, give me the veto type situation. So yeah, sadly, this should be the end of the line for Cirie this week. On the feeds, they've given them cards to play games with. So it's that time of the year where things are really all but over as far as the live feeds go. But we still have some interesting things that could develop, and I'll keep you guys informed with everything going on throughout the end of this season. As we chug along to finale, which is not too far away, just around the corner. It's been a long season, and we're almost there. We're almost to the end. So thank you guys again so much for all the support you show me here on the channel all season long. I really can't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate it. If you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Check out the links to all my socials in the description down below, pinned comment. Check out all the different ways you can support the channel, not just with the different socials, but other ways you can support the channel as well. But the biggest way you can do that is just hitting that like button and putting a comment down there. Let me know what you guys are thinking about what's going on inside the house. Once again, thank you guys all so much for the support. It's really just it still blows my mind that even one person watches these videos every day. So thank you guys again, and I will see you next time.